Do subscribe Learn Nepal for more videos. Dear friend, namaste. In this video, we are talking about the use of modal verbs may, might, must, er, can't, Unit 7. So, let's begin. 7. Deduction and explanation. Use of must, may, might, er, can't. Deduction. Dear students, dear friends, deduction, it simply means making guess or speculating the situations. And to speculate the situations, we have some modal verbs of speculations: must, may, might, or can't. And these modal verbs show degree of certainty. So let's see. Must, if you are 100% certain that something is true, you have to use must. If you are not 100% sure, or only probability 50-50, you have to use may or might. Similarly, if you are 100% sure, or if you are 100% certain that something is not true, you have to use can't. Once, see again. These modal verbs show degree of certainty. Must, it shows that something is 100% sure to happen, or you are 100% certain that something is true. To express such, you have to use must. If you are not 100% sure, it is only probability 50-50. To express such, you have to use may or might. Similarly, if you are 100% sure that something is not true, you have to use can't. Let's see here. 100% certain something is true, must. 100% certain something is not true, can't. And in between must and can't, we use may or might 50-50. So let's see an example. He must be a doctor. It means you are 100% sure that he is a doctor. So you are using here must. He must be a doctor. Similarly, she may or she might be coming. It means that you are not 100% sure whether she is coming or not. It's only probability. So you are not 100% sure, therefore you use may or might. Means perhaps she will come, you think so, therefore may or might. Similarly, he can't be there in the library. He can't be there in the library. It means you are 100% sure that he is not there in library, and to express it, you can use the modal verb can't. He can't be there in the library. So 100% certain that something is true, must. 100% certain that something is not true, can't. And not sure in the middle of must or can't, only probable. So may or might, only probability, may or might. So in your examination, you may be asked a questions like this. Change the following sentences using must, may, might, or can't. I'm sure he is working. I'm sure he is not working. Perhaps he is coming. Perhaps he is not coming. Obviously he is a mechanic. Maybe they have gone home. So in such questions, you can see such expressions, and such expression will help you to choose the appropriate modal verb for speculation. Let's know which modal verb should we choose. So first, must or can't. Let me remind once. If we are 100% sure that something is true, we use must. If we are 100% sure that something is not true, can't. Okay, so let's see. If in the given questions there are the expressions like I'm sure, I'm certain, surely, certainly, obviously, I'm convinced, this expression, it shows 100% of certainty or high degree of certainty. And you know very well, if in the questions there are such expressions, either you have to use must or you have to use can't, because it shows 100% of certainties. So let's remember now which one to use, must or can't. So if there are such expression and the sentence is positive, means you are 100% sure that something is true, you have to use must or you have to choose must. Similarly, if there is such expressions that show high degree of certainty, 100% of certainty, but the sentence is negative, it means you are 100% sure that something is not true, so you have to use can't. For example, see, I'm sure he is honest. See here, I'm sure, it shows 100% of certainties, or you are certain, 100% certain that he is honest. So must, he must be honest. I'm sure, 100%, sentence positive, therefore must. Similarly, obviously she was at home. So see here, obviously 100%, sentence is positive, therefore must. Similarly, I'm sure they are not coming. See here, I'm sure 100%, but sentence is negative, therefore can't. So I'm sure he is honest, you can say he must be honest. Obviously she was at home, now you can say she must have been at home. I'm sure they are not coming, and you can say they can't be coming. So see, while changing you have to omit such expressions and should begin from the main subject. Okay, so similarly, may, might, may not, might not. You know very well, this shows 50-50 only probability. So see, we have some expressions that would show only probability, 50-50, 50% of probability, like perhaps, probably, maybe, it's possible, I think, I expect, and such. So if in the given sentence there are such expressions, you have to use may or might, or may not or might not. If in the given sentence there are such expressions and the sentence is affirmative or positive, you have to use may or might, any may or might. If the sentence has such expressions but the sentence is negative or there is negative marker not, you have to use may not or might not. For example, perhaps he is honest. Let's see, perhaps, it means you are not 100% sure, therefore you have to use may or might, or may not or might not. But here perhaps the sentence is positive, therefore may or might. He may or he might be honest. Similarly, maybe she was at home. So see here, maybe, this expression, and the sentence is positive, therefore may or might. She may or might have been at home. Similarly, it's possible that she does not hear me. So see here, the expression it's possible that means you are not sure. She does not hear me. So you are not sure, 50-50, but here is negative marker not, therefore may not or might not. See, may not, here me. So dear friend, while changing such sentences using the modal verbs may, might, must or can't, you have to be very careful regarding tense or regarding verbs. Our sentence using modal should follow this structure: subject, modal verbs, must, may, might or can't, and verb. Regarding verb, you have to be very careful while writing verb before such modal verb. So see, generally such modal verbs gets followed by be, or such modal verbs gets followed by V1. This is the rule. After modal verb we have to use V1. Let's see, if in the given questions there is MR, change it into B. The V1 form of is MR is B. If there is V1 or V5, change it into V1. If there is have or has, change it into have. If there is do, does plus V1, use the same V1. It means if the sentence is present, we have to use V1 after modal verb. And here all is, MR, V1, V5, has, have, do, does, they are present form. Therefore we change them to their appropriate V1 form. Is, MR into B, V1 into V1, V5 is also present, therefore into V1, has, have, V1 means have, do, does plus V1, we use the same V1 here. Similarly, if the given tense is in past, we have to use have plus V3 because we can't use V2 after modal verbs. Therefore we have to use past infinitive, that is known as have plus V3. It means if there is was, were, change it into have plus V3. Have and V3 form of was and were is been. So have been, was, were into have been. V2 means past. If it is past, we have to use have plus V3. Therefore use have and change this V2 into V3. Similarly, if there is did plus V1, did, it means past one. Therefore we have to use have plus V3. Use have and change this V1 in its V3 form. So it would be better if you copy this slides. Is, MR into B, V1, V5 into V1, have, has into have, do, does plus V1 into V1. It means if the sentence is present, use the appropriate V1 form of the given verbs. So if the sentence is past, use have plus V3. Like if there is was, were, have plus V3, have, and V3 form of was, were is been. Similarly, if V2, have plus V3, if did plus V1, have plus V3. Okay, now let's solve the problem. You know very well in what condition we have to choose must, in what condition we have to choose can't, in what condition we have to use may or might, or may not or might not. So 7.1, change the following sentences below using must, can't or may, might. Once let me remind you, must, you are 100% sure that something is true. Can't, you are 100% sure that something is not true. May or might, only probability 50-50, you are not sure. So let's see. I'm sure he is working. I'm sure, it shows 100% of certainty and the sentence is positive, therefore must, he must be working. And you know, is, MR should be changed into be. We begin with the subject, he must, we replace I'm sure with must, he must, is into be, working, he must be working. Perhaps he is going to ask me. Let's see. Perhaps means you are not sure, therefore may or might, and the sentence is positive, therefore may or might. So begin with the subject. He, sentence is positive, therefore may. He may, here is, therefore be. He may be going to ask me. Similarly, I am sure he is not French. Let's see. I am sure, you are 100% sure something is not true. Here is negative marker, not, therefore sure not, can't. He can't, here is, therefore be. He can't be French. See here, I am sure they stole the money. Let's see. I am sure, it means you are 100% sure. The sentence is positive, therefore must. So begin with the subject, they must. See here, the verb or the tense, it is in past. Therefore we have to change it into have plus V3. So they must have, the V3 form of stole is stolen. Steal, stole, stolen. So they must have stolen the money. Perhaps he was listening. See, perhaps you are not 100% sure. Perhaps he was listening. You are not sure. And the sentence is positive. Therefore, may or might. He might. See here was is past. Therefore, we have to change it into have been or have plus V3. Have and V3 form of was where is been. So he might have been listening. Similarly, let's solve the other questions. I'm sure she was not at work. I'm sure, but negative. Yes, you are sure that something is not true. It means can't. She can't. She was past. Have been. Was would be changed into have been. So she can't have been at work. Perhaps she went home. Perhaps you are not sure. Therefore, may or might. Sentence is positive. He might. Here is past. Therefore, have plus V3. He might have gone home. Similarly, perhaps she is not coming. See, perhaps you are not sure. Therefore, may or might, and here is negative. Therefore, may not or might not. She may not. Here is, change it into be. He may not be coming. Sorry, she may not be coming. I'm sure they were not camping. See, sure, not. It means can't. They can't. Here is were. Change it into have been. They can't have been camping. Perhaps they have not. They haven't finished. See, perhaps, not sure. Therefore, may or might. They may. Here is not. Therefore, put the negative marker. They may not. Here is have. Use the same have. Finished. They may not have finished. Perhaps he was tired. Perhaps, not sure. Therefore, may or might. He might. Here is was. Therefore, have been. He might have been tired. I'm sure she was feeling ill. I'm sure, 100% sure. Sentence positive. Therefore, must. She must was where have been. She must have been feeling ill. I'm sure the snow has melted. Sure, positive. Therefore, must. The snow must. The snow must have melted. Had should be changed into have. I'm sure they haven't been waiting long. See, I'm sure but negative. 100% sure. You are 100% sure that something is not true. Therefore, can't. They can't have been waiting long. So, let me summarize. Must, may, might, or can't. If there are expressions like I'm sure, I'm certain, surely, certainly, obviously, I'm convinced, and the sentence is positive, use must. With such expression, if the sentence is negative, use can't. Similarly, perhaps, probably, maybe, it's possible. It means not sure, therefore use may or might. If sentence is positive, affirmative, use may, might. Or if sentence is negative with such expression, use may not or might not. And regarding changing the verb, let's see, if present, use modal verb plus V1, means is MR into be, V1 V5 into V1 has have into have, do does plus V1 V1. If the sentence is past, use have plus V3, like was were into have been, V2 into have plus V3, and did plus V1 into have plus V3. Do subscribe Learn Nepal for more videos.